Hey guys, it's me, Mario. How y'all doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. I am. Today we're going to continue Fire Dragon. Chapter 6. The Moat of Fire. Tom leaped down from Storm, swung his shield from his shoulder, and drew his sword. As the shadow of the beast fell over them with a battle cry, he lunged upwards with his sword. If he could just cut through the enchanted band. But Epos's deadly talons knocked the blade from his hand and sent it flying through the air. Storm reared up and kicked as the flame bird swept overhead, sparks of fire peppering the air in her wake. Silver barked fiercely, baring his teeth. In panic, Tom looked around for his sword. It must have fallen in the bushes behind him. He could never find it in time to defend another attack. But then he saw what Elena was doing. She had climbed down from Storm and was fitting an arrow to her bow. Now she raised her weapon and took careful aim. Whoosh! As Epos swooped down, Elena shot an arrow. The beast screeched and turned nimbly to avoid it. Quickly, Elena sent another arrow after the first. It whistled past the creature's head. The beast's eyes turned crimson with rage. The beast's eyes turned crimson with rage. Then she turned and soared away, spiraling up through the smoke towards the mouth of the volcano. Elena, you did it! Tom yelled. You drove her away, Silver barked behind them. He had pulled out Tom's sword from the bushes with his teeth. Tom patted the wolf and picked up his weapon. How are we ever going to cross that lava to climb the volcano? Elena wondered out loud. We're not, said Tom, but I am. She frowned. Alone? She picked up his shield. This protects me from fire, and after the battle with Tagus the horseman, it can also help me reach amazing speeds. I can use it as a raft and skim across the surface of the lava. Elena's frown deepened. But Tom, if you fall in, There's no other way, Tom insisted. And there's no room to take anyone else. I'll stand my best chance of defeating Epos in the heart of her territory, at the top of the volcano. But she might try to attack me as I climb. If she does, I'll need you to drive her off again with those arrows. I need you to drive her off with those arrows. I won't let you down. Elena's eyes narrowed with determination. Fear, excitement, and anticipation were all jumbled up inside Tom. But he knew one thing for sure. The greatest trial of his life was approaching. He hugged Elena. He hugged Elena. Storm pushed Tom's arm with her nose, and then blew gently on his hair. Tom smiled and stroked his horse's neck. Then he crouched down to say goodbye to Silver. The sleek gray wolf licked his hand and gazed up at him intensely. Tom looked at his friends with a mixture of pride and sorrow. They had all grown so close to one another during the quest. But now he had to leave them. He turned away and walked down the hillside to the lava's edge. His heart was pounding and his skin prickled with the heat. As he carefully slid his shield, onto the surface of the molten moat, the enchanted wood hissed and steamed. Here goes, said Tom, holding his breath as he stepped lightly onto the shield. It wobbled, but held firm beneath him. Then he dug his sword against the bank and pushed with all his might, propelling himself across the moat of lava. White-hot drops of lava spat up from the seething lake of fire, and Tom held his arms out to help him balance as his shield scattered across the surface, picking up speed as it went. The talismans given to him by Tagus and Furno were both helping him to cross the deadly moat. As Tom reached the other side, he jumped for solid ground with a swoop of joy. He had made it. He heard Elena cheering and waved to her. But as he used his sword to fish his smoking shield out of the lava, the ground shook beneath his feet. He looked up to find Epos still circling through the fire clouds that belched from the top of the volcano. And my lights just died. I'll give them a little more light. Up there, his destiny was waiting. Tom slung the shield over his shoulder. Flung the shield over his shoulder, slipping his sword into its scabbard, and started to climb. Well, that was chapter 6, the Moat of Fire. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry about my light going out. I really should have charged it before I started this, but whatever. Well, I hope you guys enjoy my videos so far. And I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.